Hello and welcome to your new moon in Taurus reading. We're going to see what's going on with this new moon. It's May 8th, 2024. And when I was meditating on the energy of this moon, I actually saw the eclipse, and we did just have that solar eclipse in Aries, and everything went dark. We're going to get 3 cards here. Everything went dark, and I feel like we've been in this phase since that eclipse. And now we are, because I was seeing a bud as well, like a tiny little shoot. It's like now we are, and it's very fragile as well. It's like it's the beginning stages of our new really existence, because this is not just like a personal thing. This is like micro versus macro. There's something happening on the planet right now, and there are these little shoots coming up all over the place. I'm actually seeing them as pins now, like a pin in a map. I'm talking to grid workers. I'm talking to light workers today. I'm talking to people who work for spirit. And we are all over the globe, and we're shooting up like these little shoots. So let's take a look at this. Yeah, Ace of Cups. And what I'm seeing with this Ace of Cups is the angels just coming and watering all of those little shoots by hand. I'm hearing that specifically, by hand. It's like angels are sent to each of us to take care of us like a plant, like a fresh new plant. And they're coming and watering each and every person on this planet that is of this energy that I'm speaking in. Because there are also people on the opposite side of the spectrum that will come just for the fun of it to stomp these little shoots out in the ground. Because I'm seeing this kid. He's like a bully, and he's coming and he's laughing and he's stomping on all of the little shoots coming out of the ground, and he's just like laughing maniacally. That's the image that I'm seeing. So let's get into card number 1. We do have the 5 of Swords here. Right. Card number 1 is the Wheel of Fortune. See, what I'm seeing here today with this Wheel of Fortune is this is the globe. Like, I'm seeing this as the globe today. I'm hearing globe trotters. Again, grid work is coming through for me. I'm seeing astral travel. This is a very spiritual time. I don't think we've ever seen a time like we have today. I'm also seeing like new technology coming out because of this cry, this need, and it's a new need, it's a new seed that's coming forward for us to connect. Again, I'm seeing all of those pins all over the globe, and I'm seeing them stuck into all of these different locations upon the wheel. I was studying Hecate's wheel last night, which is really interesting, which Hecate is mother, maiden, and crone. And so this is like generational. It's like we're seeing people of all ages, all over the globe, people who are new to spirituality and people who have been practicing spirituality for years. Like, I'm just in my head, I'm seeing an astrologer in their later years who have had years and years of experience in astrology, like 40 years. And then I'm seeing a maiden, so it's like a crone and a maiden. I'm seeing a maiden sitting next to this crone, so to speak, who is brand new to astrology, and she's teaching her how to read the signs of the stars. This is actually coming through as a map today for me, this Wheel of Fortune. There's also, I'm seeing this as well, there's like a passing of the guard. Like the people who, it's like a turnover. I'm seeing this as like a tidal wave coming through. It's like what we're seeing right now are the new wave. That's what this is. It's the new wave. and it's a particular frequency. It's like an Aquarian frequency. It's very it's like synth. It's a different frequency than we've experienced, and why that is because it's a combination of the fringe of the fringe. So like I was listening to Dolores Cannon, one of her old speeches, and she was talking about the fact that back in the 70s, like you wouldn't even find a New Age shop on the street. It was very taboo, and now it's just like normal, right? It's something like that. It's like now that's normal. So now there are these new shoots coming out, so to speak. It doesn't matter what age you are. It's not about age. It's about like experience. Like if you're 45 and you're just tapping into your spirituality, it's 234, by the way, 234, which is a set of steps. It's a set of steps, like going up the steps. It doesn't matter what age you are. It's about where you are in your spiritual journey. And these shoots are coming up all over the planet. And it's this new wave. Again, I'm hearing that. It has to do with this new frequency coming in. And I just keep hearing all these different notes and sounds. And I'm a musician, so it makes sense to me. But I can't put it into words. I can't put it into sound. But I'm hearing like, it almost sounds like what selenite looks like, if that makes sense. It's like, it's this frequency that comes through, and it kind of clarifies the environment, like it sees through the deception and it clears it out. But it's also like the light shining through, and it's causing this kind of like rainbow. This is what I'm seeing. It's causing this like, and it's kind of a dissonance. It's kind of like if you play on the piano, like dissonant chords. It sounds like they don't go together, and that's very Aquarian. It's like we're mixing things that don't go together, and it's creating this like new species on the planet. That's what I'm seeing. It's like I'm seeing these two here with the Two of Cups. It's like, how do I describe this spirit? It's almost like this. It's like one thing, but then it's opening up into two. Like this is opening up into two beings. It's kind of like those snowflakes that you cut all the pieces in and it looks like it's not going to turn into anything, but then when you open it, it's this beautiful, intricate, unique pattern. It's like we are all unique. But this Aquarian energy, and I don't know why this is coming through in a Taurus reading. It could be Uranus and Taurus. But this is what's coming through. It's this Uranian energy, and this is going to be a 20-year transit with Pluto and Aquarius. So, and we do have Pluto retrograde right now in Capricorn, so it could be that like Pluto's thinking about all of this as I'm talking, like, all right, here come the new kids on the block, these weirdos, right? In the best way, of course. But it's like we are cut and paste in a good way. We're cut and paste of the divine. It's this new species that's coming through. And so the angels are going to be very careful to water all of us because they're trying to create this new type of human on the planet that can create the new higher version of things. Card number 2 is the Hermit. You have to like qualify for this is what I'm getting with the Hermit. There's something about this mixture going on because I see this angel here too with the 2 cups here and the 2 cups here. There's some divine mixing going on. And what I was going to say about the Hermit is you have to qualify for this program, so to speak. I just keep seeing Dolores Cannon. She's one of my guides. She talks to me, believe it or not, and she's shown me a couple things. Regardless, what I'm seeing here with this Hermit is The Hermit is a card of a dark night of the soul. It's a card of deep inner introspection. This is like a Merlin energy. This is like an ancient scribe of like ancient scripture, and like not necessarily, but just this guy here, he's like a wise old sage that understands things on like multiple planes because he's looking inside of himself. I'm seeing with this Wheel of Fortune, it's like, this is like a compass. It's like being able to see into the stars of the sky and then inverting on yourself and realizing that the universe is within you and seeing all of that inside with the Hermit. That's the introspection. It's the macro and the micro, which is Virgo, right? And I'm a Virgo stellium. I do this all the time. It's like being able to see something in myself, like I'm literally doing for this reading. Like I'm seeing themes inside of myself that I also see on the outside. I see it in society. I see it in the collective consciousness, and I can pick it out inside of myself, the patterns and the figures. I always bring up my Metatron's cube in these readings, I feel, which is a very Virgo energy, where you have to qualify for this like new species. And I'm not trying to sound weird. I'm not talking about some like hybrid species necessarily. I'm talking more about, it's like we have lived lifetimes. I'm not trying to get too deep in this reading. This is what's coming through, and I'm just going to say what I have to say. We've lived lifetimes to prepare for this movement. Like Dolores Cannon talks about, the waves of volunteers. You don't have to believe in that to listen to this reading. I'm just saying I don't even know if it's exactly that, but it's something like that where, and I don't mean qualify in a way of like seclusion, like you're in or you're out. It's heaven or hell. You have to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, or you're going to burn in hell for all of eternity. That's where I came from. I was a minister for 10 years and I grew up a Christian. I'm not talking about that sort of like, you have to qualify. I'm talking like literally, like if you didn't go through this hermit mode, which for a lot of us has been our entire lives, we've been different. We've been these like quirky other sort of creatures that never fit in anyway. So now when this new energy starts to come online onto the scene, we're like lifetimes ahead. It's not even just this lifetime. It's like lifetimes. And so for us, it's going to be like a regular work week. Like it's going to be normal for us. I always say this, like it's just a regular Tuesday. It's going to feel like that for us. But there's also going to be this deep sense of like recognizing the others with the Two of Cups. It's like, oh, you're one of us. Quote unquote. Again, I'm trying to be careful in my wording and the way I'm saying this. Because this is not about like, I hope you understand the way in which I'm speaking, and all of a sudden I'm not able to speak. Because I do feel like a lot of this is also private and sacred as well. Like, for those who I'm speaking to, you are grid workers. You are light workers. You know what I'm saying already, right? So, whatever. It's this energy here of there are these pinpoints on the planet, on the map, those little pins. And they're all these hermits all over the globe. And you could be extremely outgoing. You could be in the spotlight even. It's not hermit as in you're like a recluse. It's hermit spiritually speaking is what I'm picking up. It's like you have been prepared for this time. You couldn't be this new sort of a creature unless you went through this hermitage. It's like hermetics. It's like ancient spiritual truths and teachings and understandings. Even if it could even just be like you know it in your heart. And then if somebody explains it like these are the whatever. I don't even know how to describe it. Like these are the 7 laws or whatever. It's not about all that. It's all just tools and terminology and ways to express the ancient truths. Like we don't even have to speak the same language to know what we're talking about because it's like a heart cry. It's a resonance. It's like seeing another person and you're like, are you like, you seem familiar somehow with the Two of Cups. And it's because they're another hermit just like you, so to speak, right? So this could be a time of coming together with the others, or it's something in the future that's being prepared. Like I just keep seeing this watering, and I did talk about the angels coming in to water us. So it's possible that they will even have us in more of a pulled back energy right now with this new moon so that we can receive downloads of what's to come. That's also a possibility here in these cards. Card number 3 is the Seven of Wands. Yeah, a little more of what I was just saying there with it's kind of like putting a barrier between you and the rest of the world. It's that kid is coming to my head again. It's like the kid in Toy Story, like Toy Story 1, the bully. It's giving that. It's like the bully coming in and trying to stomp out all of these little shoots, which are us. It's this new breed of humanity, this new movement, this new combination of all of the things that spirit wants to come upon this planet so it can purify. I'm seeing selenite again, and it can bring this angelic hue to everything. It's this rainbow, crystalline, like very, it's clean, it's pure, but it also has like all this rainbow that I'm seeing with it as well. Kind of like when the water shimmers in the sun and you see that kind of like glare, or you take a picture and you see that like rainbow glare orb in the lens. I'm seeing that, and it's like, could also be a message that this is a time of focus. Seven of Wands is a card of focused holding your position, and it takes a lot of focus to hold a position. So this could be calling us to come into a time of like sanctification, a time of purification, a time of like sacred space with the Hermit to receive the downloads that we need to receive. I'm seeing a lot of downloads coming in. It's like I'm seeing these like radio waves coming down upon this wheel of fortune, coming down upon the planet. And this is something that we're used to doing. Like, see even the rays around the angel's head. I'm seeing that. It's like we're receiving these like frequencies. And even this symbol here is a symbol of communication over the Two of Cups here. Yeah, it's like we're receiving. So this is a time here to prepare ourselves and to protect. This is a card of protection as well, the Seven of Wands. Protect these little shoots, which are, it's inside of us, of course. It's protecting that, and it's like we're waiting for the angels to come every single day. We know they're going to come at 7 a.m. every morning and come and water. So until then, it's like we protect that little shoot. So in conclusion, this is what I'm seeing here for this new moon in Taurus. You may be called, like you may feel your spirit calling you to hermit right now. And this doesn't have to be like, don't talk to anybody, stay in the house, be a hermit. It's a state of sanctity. It's a sacred inner thing with the Hermit for me a lot of the time. It's like you could just be doing your daily routine. Like you don't have to change anything you're doing, especially like we have lives, right? We have to like go to the grocery store, we have to like get our work done and make dinner and all that stuff, right? It's I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's kind of it's a state of awareness. I'm seeing a big I right now. It's like living in an awareness right now. It's kind of like knowing that you need to protect this little shoot so that it doesn't get stepped on, and that nobody comes and tries to stomp on your light, so to speak, with the Hermit's lantern. It's like we're in this protective mode as the angels are coming into this new aspect of us. it's this new aspect that's coming online, or it could actually be something very old that is being reintegrated into this lifetime. So take it as it resonates there. But I do believe there is this new sort of a human being that we are going to see beginning to emerge on this planet. And it has to do with the evolution of this planet. And it's what the divine wants to happen here. And many of us are part of this. All right, I love you guys. Happy new moon in Taurus, and I will see you on the next one.